Hey y'all, Lily here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all how I go about cleaning my ink pads on my XP Epson 330. Should you have any questions along the way, feel free to drop a comment down below and I will do my best to assist you. With that being said, let's get started. Alright, so this process is fairly simple. All we're going to have to do is remove this little tiny screw. And then once you remove that, we're going to head over to the bottom of the printer. We don't want to flip the printer upside down because we don't want any ink to leak. So what I like to do is I just went ahead and grabbed the printer, moved it towards the edge of the table, went under and replaced and then removed the ink tank. So once I removed the screw, I tried removing the ink tank from the top like this, but it was giving me issues. So this is the point where I realized I had to go underneath the Epson printer to go ahead and remove the ink tank. So to remove the ink tank, all you do is get a flathead and just pop it right out and it should come out fairly easy. And now that we popped it out, we're going to go ahead and remove the ink pads. I had this printer for a little over 3 years, so my ink pads are definitely filthy. We can see here they're really black, so these have to be cleaned. I believe that there's some that you can purchase online through Amazon, but I went ahead and just cleaned mine out to save me the hassle. Alright, so I put on gloves because the ink does stain. I went ahead and lined this sink with some saran wrap just to make the cleaning process a bit more easier at the end. If we can see here, they are filthy, they are black. So all I'm going to do is run some warm water and start squeezing them out until the water runs clear. This process is time consuming and it does take a while, so just be very patient here. I'm just going to go ahead and speed through this process, but squeezing the sponges was very satisfying. Seeing all the black water run through was pretty interesting. And then there is some ink left behind in the plastic tank, so I went ahead and just grabbed a paper towel and then cleaned all in that as well. So after I washed them, this is what they look like. I know you can let them air dry, but I was in a bit of a rush, so I went ahead and blow dried them. This process also took quite a bit of time, so patience is definitely key when it comes to cleaning out these ink pads. Alrighty, and then once they're all dry, it's time to puzzle them back in. So they do go in a specific way. You can kind of tell from the sizes of the ink pads. One is smaller, one is larger. So on the sides, you can see here that this large one wasn't going to fit, so that one goes on the opposite side. So one side is smaller, one side is larger. So they're pretty simple to figure out how to put back in. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed through this part of the video kind of just paste them back together just as they were when I first took them out. Alrighty, and this is what it looks like once it's all put back together. The process was pretty time consuming, but definitely very simple. Now all we have to do is go ahead and go back underneath the printer and go ahead and place the ink tank right back in. So all we have to do is just align everything back correctly, push it back in, and then all we're gonna have to do after that is go ahead and just insert back the screw. And I'm just gonna go ahead and place the little screw back in, and we are all done. It was a very simple but time consuming process. I know that we're supposed to, I guess, reset the ink pads, but I'm not too sure on how to do that. I have to do a little bit more research. My printer wasn't at the end of its life yet, but it did give me the warning. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure out if I have to purchase a key to reset my ink pads, or if I just reset my printer all in one. If you know how to reset the ink pads, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm just going to go ahead and do a test print to make sure everything is still running smoothly, and sure enough, the printer still works perfectly fine. Everything is great. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do greatly appreciate all the support. I do have TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I would greatly appreciate the support over there as well. If I missed anything at all, feel free to comment down below and I will do my best to answer you in the best way possible. Once again, thank you so much for watching and have a great one.